Welcome to my first impression of this new indie game, Europa. During the latest Nintendo Indie Direct, this game immediately caught my attention. When I saw that there was a playable demo available on Steam, I decided to install it right away. As soon as I started the game, I was confronted with a philosophical text that got me thinking. Then I was thrown directly into the game without further explanation. You start by exploring the world, playing as a boy of about 12 years old. At this point, you can only jump and walk. On your back you carry some kind of machine whose function you do not know. It looks like some sort of rocket. After finding a passage through a cave, you end up in a large open field. The grass is green, birds chirp, and beautiful piano music plays in the background. Picturesque mountains stand against the sky, while an imposing moon rises high on the horizon. In the distance, you see a floating island, giving you the feeling that you are in a completely different world from everyday life. The game subtly guides you with beams of light in the distance towards the right direction, as you make your way through the serene landscape. Along the way, you discover parchments with cryptic words about the world you are in, Europa. Soon you get the feeling that you are the only human here on this planet. You see old buildings and some kind of remnants reminiscent of an ancient civilization. You also see debris that looks like some kind of stone robots. You find strange crystals whose purpose you do not know. You constantly see interesting buildings or mountains in the distance, enhancing the feeling of exploration and discovery. As you progress farther into the world, you learn the purpose of the machinery you carry on your back. It turns out to be a machine that allows you for a short amount of time to take off and float. In the world, you see large blue energy balls, with which you apparently can recharge the machine's fuel. At first, the capacity of the machine is very small, so you cannot ascend very high. But as the demo progresses, you find upgrades hidden in the many buildings and other things in the world that expand the machine's capacity. This allows you to ascend higher and reach places that were previously inaccessible. Taking off and floating gives you a very free feeling. And with the beautiful music and serene environments around you, you get a very euphoric feeling while floating. The world is so beautiful and calming that somewhere inside you, a feeling creeps in that all this is too good to be true. Something is not right here. You make your way through the beautiful land, finding more parchments with more cryptic words from a person posing as a sort of father figure, who tells you that you are the one who must discover this world created by someone unknown. The gameplay of the game is not very extensive in this demo. Apparently, it mainly serves to give an impression of the atmosphere and to give you the feeling of taking off and floating through the beautiful world. The controls feel very responsive, and it all plays very smoothly. At some point, you also have to search for 3 wisps to progress farther in the game. These are hidden in the environment. The demo ends with footage of the full release. That gives the impression that the full game will contain much more in terms of gameplay. You see that there will be puzzles and enemies. You don't encounter these elements in the demo yet, but I can imagine that a full game with this atmosphere and this smooth controls could truly become a great experience when everything comes together in the full release. For now, there is not much more to say about this game. It's all very promising. It strongly resembles the atmosphere of the Ghibli movies, but also games like Zelda and Journey. If the developers manage to translate the atmosphere of the demo into the final product and also add puzzle elements to it, then I think this could become a gem of a game. Therefore, the game is definitely on my wishlist and I can't wait for the full release.